Okay, so not everybody was in this afternoon's lesson. So for you guys who weren't in and anybody who was in who wants a quick recap, this is the first practical part of the task that we started. Okay, so first of all we need to set up to record the hours which employees have worked, okay, the start time, the finish time, and automatically calculate how many hours that each employee has worked. Okay, we're going to do one of these for each employee, 4 or 5 of these per workbook, so we've got our weekly timesheets all in one place. So we'll start in, or I've started, you don't have to do yours the same as mine. This is just one example, one way in which it could be done. You can lay yours out slightly differently. Bear in mind that when I'm discussing formulas, okay, and I'm giving you cell references, your cell references are likely to be different to mine, okay? So we're just starting off with in A3 with name and space here for somebody's name. Okay, we've got position in A4, so that's their position within the company. So it could be sound person, and A5 we've got their employee number. So that would just be, let's say it's just a random 5-digit. Okay. Then we've got week commencing, so this week commenced on the 2nd, so 02 should I say, 03, 2015, okay, and then we're going to record here their normal hours, okay, so we've got a start time and a finish time, and we've got the days here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. Now we'll use 24-hour clock, okay, so for example to put 9 o'clock in the morning we'll put 09:00, and let's say on Tuesday the finish time is 4 o'clock, so 1600 hours. Now we want the spreadsheet to automatically calculate this for us, okay, so we're going to use the integer function, okay, so what we're saying here is C10, okay, which you can see here, so the end time or the finish time minus the start time multiplied by 24, okay, and that gives us the difference between the two. Okay, now notice the formula, it's equals int, there are 2 brackets there, okay, so that's shift and 9, the rounded bracket, so 2 brackets. Then our finish time, in my example, the cell reference is C10, your finish time might be different. Minus the start time, in my example, it's B10, yours, again, might well be different. Close the brackets, then we do multiplied by 24, so that's the asterisk key for multiplication, so times by 24, and close the brackets, okay? And we check that it's correct, we check that it works, and I'm just going to copy it down to there. Okay, so this one here has now calculated that on Tuesday 7 hours were worked, and I can copy it down for the rest of the week. Okay, and just to show the calculation, let's say we started a little bit later on Wednesday, 10 o'clock, and we worked till 6 o'clock. Okay, 8 hours. So what I would like you to do is develop your spreadsheet, so you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, okay, because some of these productions could well be on the weekends, and I'd like you to put the formula in so it calculates the amount of hours worked for the working week. I'd also like you to develop a quick section for overtime pay, because these are our normal hours. Now the easiest way to do it will just be to, well, let's put Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, okay, and we're going to copy those there. Okay, so I'm going to highlight them, I'm going to copy them, I'm going to miss out a column just to put a bit of space between the two, and I'm going to paste them over here. Okay, now they're a little bit squashed up, so I'm just going to resize the columns at the top here, okay, just so we can see our text labels. Okay, and I'm going to change normal hours to overtime hours. Whoops. Now, not everybody's going to work overtime all of the time, so you might have just a couple of these filled out, so I'll delete those for now. Let's say on a Tuesday we did some overtime. We worked till 4 o'clock initially, then we might have had an hour's break and done some overtime from 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Okay, and the spreadsheet has calculated there were 3 hours overtime. Now remember, the hourly pay is time and a half for this one. So for example, if your overtime pay is £10 an hour, time and a half would be £15 an hour. And we might also say that, let me just copy these formulas down as well, just to make it neat and match. There we are. We might say that on Friday, we did some overtime as well. Obviously you will have completed this, just make the times up. I'll just do it over here for now. So let's say on Friday we did some additional overtime. We finished work at, well, let's do it properly. Started at 8, okay, finished at 3, okay, and then overtime was worked between 4 o'clock, so 1600, and let's do a really late one, 2300, 11 o'clock at night, okay. That's a long working day. I don't think you'd realistically do that in all in one day, but just to show you how it works. Okay, so what I'd like you to do ready for, I'm going to just tidy that up a little bit by inserting a row in there. Okay, so this is where I'd like you to be by next Monday's lesson. So you've done your normal hours, you've done your overtime hours, and then you can just start to make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to highlight those, and I'm going to use a, what should we have? A double bottom border, and I'm going to make normal hours bold. I'm going to make overtime hours bold. I'm going to keep consistency and use that border there. Okay, so by next lesson you should have your normal hours and your overtime hours for one employee.